Hi, my name is Christian Pelosi. I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I am the founder, owner, and chef here at Eden, a vegan cafe. Let me take you on a journey with a guy, me, who went vegan in 1997, 20 years ago, and then had a tragedy happen to him and his family in 2000, opened this restaurant in 2008, and had this restaurant on the verge of closing in 2013, and it was rescued and saved by our customers. My business, of course, is this restaurant. It's a quick serve restaurant where we serve what we call new American vegan comfort food. We've been doing it here in Downtown Scranton since 2008, and I'm seeking $240,000 in exchange for a 33% equity stake in my company. The money would be used to put together a franchise team to go ahead and take our concept that we've proven here in Scranton for 9 years and franchise it and offer it to franchisees all over the country. What we do here at Eden, we take traditional, familiar comfort foods that people love, like Reubens and turkey clubs, burgers, pizzas, cheesecakes, you name it, and we veganize it. So people can eat healthier food without sacrificing their favorite foods and the things they love. Blows people away. We are a beloved institution here in Downtown Scranton. We have customers that come every week from literally hours away. But more importantly, what we do is accessible to everyone. More than half of our business are people that are non-veggie. They just love our food. They're trying to do something a little different, but they don't want to change what they eat. That's where we come in. We have stories from customers all the time who aren't vegan. They come in, they try our Reuben, and they say, "That's the best Reuben I've ever had." And we say, "Thanks, that's exactly what we want to hear. That's what we're trying to do." So let me back up and tell you my personal story and where it all started. In 1997, I made a decision to go vegan. 20 years ago, it was very different than it is today, but I was committed to it and wanted to do it, so I did it. I wanted to someday do something with veganism as a career. Didn't know what that would be. That was kind of like a dream I put on the shelf. Hopefully someday I'd get back to it, who knows. But I needed to pay the bills and live life. I worked in management, banking, insurance companies, and that was fine. I'm a people person. I was a supervisor in a call center. My life was drastically altered on May 21st, 2000, when my mother at the age of 46, along with my grandmother at the age of 66, and 17 others were killed in a plane crash. It was a junket coming back from Atlantic City. They liked to play the slots. They went a few times, and this time the plane never made it back. It crashed. It was in the USA Today. It was a big deal, and it was a very difficult time for everyone involved. There were 17 passengers and 2 pilots, and everyone had died. Over the course of a few years after that, there were lawsuits involved, and we did reach a settlement at some point. So I went ahead and was able to start my dream years later, Eden, a vegan cafe. We opened in November of 2008. After the settlement, after losing my mom and my grandmother, I made a lot of mistakes. I got married, built a big house, got divorced, got stuck with the house during the housing bubble in the mid-2000s, lost a lot. The one thing that's still standing, the one thing that's been a success, the one thing that I'm standing in right here, right now, it is Eden, a vegan cafe. It's a great blessing to have this, and I really feel that getting on Shark Tank to tell this story and get a deal with a shark to partner and invest in us to go ahead and blow this out and become a franchise. With this story behind it, it's made for TV. It would be great on the show, and there's franchisees everywhere that would just love to be part of this. Sales, we'll get to our sales. In 2016, our sales were about $224,000. In 2017, we're projecting about $250,000. So for our lifetime sales, we're at about $1.6 million after about 8.5 years, approaching $2 million after the 9 years. We do run on a limited hourly basis. We're open 5 days a week. Limited hours, it's about 40 hours a week. We keep a small staff, and I'm growing very slowly on purpose. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We've had opportunities to open other locations ourselves nearby that I've decided not to do. I've seen lots of other businesses, especially food businesses, crash and burn when they try to grow too fast all at the same time. I always have had the idea of proving this concept and then franchising someday. I didn't want to get ahead with more company stores, doing more restaurants like that. I've always wanted to do it like this, so we've kept things flat on purpose. We have a rabid fan base. We have tens of thousands of followers on social media. When I said I went to the open casting call, people are so behind it. If you look on our Facebook page, you'll see the people that are behind it. It's incredible. My personal investment in Eden is about $140,000 from inception through now, and that's without any debt. Again, because of the blessing that came from the tragedy of my mom dying in the plane crash, I was afforded the opportunity to do that. So it's like she's still with me here. And again, I just love that story. You know, I was raised by my mom. She was a single mom. She raised my brother and I herself. She graduated from college herself when I was 10 years old with an elementary education degree. She's been my inspiration, hard worker, and that's where I get it from. As far as what I've invested personally in this business, outside of money, I spend every second we're open, I'm here cooking. Hours that we're not open, I'm here setting up, marketing, stocking, doing all those things. And when I, got back from the open call, my wristband, the number that I got was 247, which made me think, how perfect is that? I am about this business 24/7 for 9 years. I'm totally invested in it, blood, sweat, and tears, everything you could think of. I am all in. So then you would ask, what does Eden mean to me? I mean, come on, it means everything to me. Veganism is my passion. I feel this restaurant is my purpose. It's my reason. It's something I was only able to do. It came to life through losing my mom the way I did. I have fans and customers and family tell me every day how proud she'd be of what I've done. It means everything to me. I'll tell you something interesting about myself that you may find interesting. I've been on TV many, many times. I've been on live TV about a dozen times. There's an NBC affiliate here in our area, WBRE, has a lifestyle show called PA Live. I've been on that a dozen times doing cooking demos, talking about Eden, everything we do here. And they call me back all the time to come on the show because I do it very well. There was a cameraman on that show. He's like, oh, it's an OG here. He's an original gangster for this stuff. And he's like, you're gonna make my day easy. Because they know that I am the face of this place, and they know that they put a microphone in front of me. They don't even need to ask a question. I just talk until they tell me to stop. I've also, over the 9 years of being here at Eden, a vegan cafe, have become a vegan guru of sorts for people. I get emails and messages all the time, people asking me for information or advice or where they can find certain products or if I have any recipes, and I'm always happy to help. We've grown such a great brand here and a following that is easily duplicatable to bring it other places. The time is perfectly right. In 2017, vegan everything, plant-based everything is exploding all over the market. As someone who's been vegan for 20 years, in 1997, I had to go to the local health food store just to get soy milk. Now, there's 12 different alternative milks in Walmart. Another interesting thing about me, as a late teen and early 20s, I was a deer hunter. I grew up in a blue-collar deer hunting family. I went deer hunting many times. I ate lots of meat. I didn't stop eating meat because I didn't like the taste of it. And that's why we veganize everything here. I don't want to miss anything, and I don't. And that's what I bring to people. And to talk about one of our biggest challenges, in 2013, we had a really devastating winter. At the same time, the economy in Scranton was struggling mightily. So our business decreased. It was tough to get downtown, and the economy was struggling, so people didn't have as much disposable income to come out and eat. It got really hard to make ends meet. I do everything for this business. I put everything else off to put everything else into this business, but I did reach a point at the end of 2013 where I said to myself, I've done everything I can't do it anymore. In early January of 2014, I sat down in the restaurant on my laptop on a Sunday, and I wrote a passionate Facebook post to announce that we would be closing at the end of the month. I came back an hour later, and there were hundreds of comments from people saying, no, you cannot close. Please tell us what we could do. We want to help. I decided to start a crowdfunding campaign. In less than 2 weeks, we raised over $10,000 just in donations from the crowdfunding campaign. And when you add that to all the business we got at the same time, it was like we had a sustained grand opening all over again that lasted for weeks. So it was amazing, and the press got involved. It was one of the biggest feel-good stories in Scranton of the year. We've thrived ever since. And the next step in the story, I believe, and I would hope you would believe, tell this story from beginning to end, with the end of it being a deal with the shark to franchise and bring what we do to more faces and more places. The power of the show, the power of the sharks, it could just be one of the best feel-good stories you guys have had. And you've had a lot of them. I watched the show. I would like to be one of them. I thank you very much for your time. This opportunity for this video, I am so grateful. I loved going to the open casting call, and I'm just really grateful for this. I have more than enough energy, and I believe this story is made for TV. Thank you, and we hope to see you soon.